All right, here, going to point out a few things that are slowing down y'all's Facebook ad results. And for some other ads, here's some results I've been able to get. So if we look at the middle column, unique CTR all, this is how many people out of 100 are clicking through and then reading our ad. And we can see on the right, been able to scale it for other ads, 1.6x, down below that, 6.5x. That one's an outlier though. Down below that, 3x. And so it's basically like getting more people to read the ad for the same amount of ad spend. And on average, I'm able to do it, 2 to 4x. So go to 2 to 4x more people interested, reading the ad, consuming the ad, getting exposed to our offer for the same ad spend, which naturally that will increase the probability that somebody buys. And here, middle column, it's that same metric, unique CTR all, with again some other ads I've created. And it looks like the average here is about 12%. So 12 out of 100 people are reading our ads, which is like insanely 99.9 percentile. And this is all to a cold audience. People have never seen us before. The average in the marketplace is 3%. Very, very good is 5%. And we can see all these ads I've created here are way above very, very good. And whenever someone running ads checks their metric of unique CTR all for their ads versus the ones I'm able to create, mine are almost always higher. And I do this by fixing these mistakes we're going to talk about right now. So first thing we always look at here is the primary text. So most homeowners don't realize this. That gray weather deck can often be restored back to its original wood tone without placing boards. Deep clean, strip bright, wash slash now open book early. All right, so this is market awareness mistake, unless you intended to do it. So the false belief causing this mistake is that, well, A, you didn't even kind of know you were making a market awareness mistake, but B, that talking to an unaware audience is the best place to go first to get fast sales. And in reality, the unaware audience is actually the furthest away from the money. Unaware, problem aware, solution aware, your product aware, deal aware. We're at the highest top of the funnel, the hardest to get buyers. Now, if we have ads and messaging that works with all the other levels below it and you're getting buyers from that, so now you're tapping into this bigger market, which is probably like 98% of people are in the unaware stage, the highest top of the funnel, then that's fine. But I'm going to assume you have not created the messages for all the other awareness levels. Now, the consequence of this is, this awareness level is the furthest from the money, which means we're actually going to have very, very few, if any, buyers come through this ad. So we're doing send message. So yeah, very few, if any, buyers coming through this ad. If any do come through, it'll be the first 24, 48 hours, then this ad will die off pretty fast. But the most people coming through this ad are going to be, they message us, we message them back, we never hear from them again. So we got the non-responders, the ghosters as group one. And the next group we go back and forth a little bit with, get them a quote, then they ghost us after that. So that's group two, ghosting after the quote. Group three gets a quote, then proceeds to lowball / negotiate. And group four is then the buyers, the smallest group, if any at all. Next, we look at the creative. So it looks like, I don't know, it looks like your photo got smushed up here. So here's deck before and after. Here is a driveway, concrete driveway before and after. So this is creative to message mismatch. This is the mistake. And basically we're not matching our creative to what we wrote here in the message. And that's because, we got this concrete thing here. So our message was gray weather deck can often be restored back to its original wood tone without replacing boards. And that's half our creative, half the images here, but the other half is this concrete. So it's actually gonna, the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is, A, we don't even know we're making a mistake, but B, we're using We believe using the creative as a continuation of the message in the primary text of, deck. Oh, and we can do concrete is the number one way to bring in buyers. But in reality, it's the exact opposite. It actually confuses the meta ad algorithm to decide who to send our ads to and at which time, and it confuses our buyers because they're like, oh, I thought I was reading about a deck, now this thing, and then they keep on scrolling. So all same consequences as mistake number one, but what actually happens is, we're gonna feel like we're throwing money down the drain, not knowing how to fix our ad, asking Chat GPT or Claude, hey, help me out here, what do I fix next? But none of them are using a step-by-step process that looks at the metrics in the current ad that tells us, hey, which lever to pull next to get our ad back on track and have a much higher probability to bring in buyers. And as always mistake tier to have any text below the creative here in the bottom left. So yeah, these are, real quick, a few of the things I'm seeing that are slowing down y'all's Facebook ad results.